Hi, how are we? I hope everyone's okay and had a lovely day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So much to say. Oh my gosh, strap in, get yourself a drink, teas, no coffee. I'm on 4 days without caffeine. I'd like to say I feel great. I do. I feel great in loads of ways, but it's knackered me out. Because obviously, when you stop the caffeine, it just lets all the chemicals that have been blocked flood your body, and so it knackers you out. But other than that, I'm peachy. But the main purpose of today, or this evening, is just to give so much love. Because can you feel it? You can feel it, I know you can. The momentum is building. Change is happening. Winds of change, my friends, my fam. You can't stop it. It's like when it's, what is it? There was a thing that I watched and it said, like, imagine like a hill, and at the top of the hill is a car, whatever car. Let's just imagine it's a big old truck. Yeah. And that truck, we've been pushing and pushing. And now it's on its way down. There's no stopping that fucker. It's great. I love it. So there's so many things I was going to start with. I was looking at believers, yeah, because there's a lot of us. And when you understand that connection, and it doesn't matter what faith or that you believe in, we're believers in a creator, in the universe, and that power is what connects us. And like my personal experience is that, I've never really labelled what my belief is or isn't. I've always kind of prayed on and off. I went to a Catholic school in a nunnery. But when I was at my lowest low, I mean, I've prayed obviously all the way, and I've just kind of prayed to the ether, you know what I mean, to the space, to the universe, like, someone please hear me. And I'm still here. And when I was at my lowest, yeah, that's when I started the universe started answering. So when I started working on me to heal myself through learning from others and understanding others and hearing their words and their stories and their successes and taking all of that on board, the more, when I pray, and again, I'm praying to anyone that's listening, I'm praying to the universe, I'm praying to the creator, I'm praying to everyone, because obviously during this time I've also researched history and ancestry and theology. So I'm doing a mass call. Do you know what I mean? I'm like praying to everyone. And I'd ask a question. And I've said this before on my videos, but I'll say it again. And I'd ask a question, or I'd be like, oh, what is this? What is this? And then something will just come into my head, or I'll see a sign and that'll make me think of something, and then I'll search that, or I'll turn on the channel and there'll be a program about something that I've been thinking about, and then I'll search that and then it'll give me the answer. So I'm in like constant communication with the universe, the quantum realm, the spiritual realm. And having just looked up the stats on believers, there's about 7 billion believers of different faith, but still believers. So all of us understand what I'm talking about. And it's just such a comforting feeling, that knowing, that believing, that faith, that it's like a warm blanket. And not only that, the bigger the questions that I ask, the answers I get. And I'm putting all the information into my descriptions onto these answers about what's going on, about, great issues that are going on. And so I know what's coming. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that everything's going to be okay. It may feel like shit now, and it's certainly shitter in different parts of the world than it is in others. But I know that it is going to be okay. And you can feel the energy. You can feel it. You can feel the momentum. You can feel the power. You can feel people coming out from the shadows and speaking their truths. Amen. It's magical. We're making magic happen right here. We're making miracles happen. Maybe slow, but it's picking up pace. Because people are coming out. They're coming out and they are telling their truths. Oh, confessional. It's true though. I've got some videos that I've just seen for Congress hearings with Jeff Bezos, right? Oh, come on, Congress. High fives, babes. High fives. Yes. Serious. You got to watch them. Yeah. Like, I know everyone loves Amazon because loads of people are on it making money, but just as many people that are on it making money, he's ripping the fuck out of other people. and he's destroying other businesses, and he's got a total fucking monopoly. He's got 43% of the e-commerce industry in the world. That doesn't seem right to me. But you've got to hear these Congress hearings, yeah? Those, yeah, high fives. Bring them down, man. We're doing it. We're literally doing it. All of us are part of it, and it is absolute magic. I'm telling you, it's perfect. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I think I've ruffled some feathers yesterday. So unlike me. With what's her name? Oh, no, I better not say that. I didn't mean it in the age sense. The Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police. SOS. Not SOS. So basically, she was on the news earlier and she made a comment saying, she's like, people sit in their chairs, can't really comment. Well, yeah, I can actually, because I'm executing my fucking God-given right to speak the truth. And here goes. Now, as we all know, orders are top down, right? And the High Court said that they were going to pass that responsibility to the police. Therefore, the responsibility, this is what happens when you get in a job in this kind of position. You've got to take the good with the bad, and you've also got to accept that if you're in that position and you're giving those orders, it is down to you. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, the police were at the Rangers game the other week, not a problem. Fans are allowed to go celebrate their football result. Black Lives Matter, and there was another protest last year. This is all during COVID, so under the same regulations, the same health regulations that they were using as their reason, and they that was fine, right? But women, this isn't a protest or a march or a riot of any description. This is women gathering to mourn. That's all it is. But this, not those, this is a COVID concern. Of course it is, because it's women. And the responsibility of the orders of that lies solely with her. Because and the proof in the pudding is that today they carried on the vigil and the police were there and there wasn't a problem. Right? So what happened yesterday was disgraceful, and the whole point about it is violence against women, and then you've got violence against women happening right there in front of your face. But that is orders, and it's orders that would have come from said top of the tree. And they also know that because please, I'm with you, not against you, yeah? I'm with you, not against you. Hashtag just saying. Listen, I was watching the other thing that they have done, which is good, and this is what I'm saying, I'm with you, is because they're investigating what's going on in Syria and they're working with the International Court of Justice. So, RESPECT. However, you have got to accept that what went on yesterday was out of order on every level. You can't even use COVID as an excuse. You can't. Oh, it's against COVID restrictions. Is it? Is it though? It's all right for the other protests and fans to gather, but it's not all right for women to mourn a woman that has been murdered by a man and a policeman, no less, allegedly. Really? Really, though. And do you know what the joke of it is? They have gathered. Let me just refer to my notes. They have gathered a crackpot team to have a meeting tomorrow or later today, including the Prime Minister, the Justice Secretary, the Public Defender or Defence, whatever, Cressida Dick, and Priti Patel. Now, listen. The criminal justice system is inherently criminal itself because, frankly, it is corrupt as fuck. Secondly, the Prime Minister, look, Boris, I know you're doing the best you can within the circumstances because you're basically a puppet for your donors. Look, we all know this, it's fine. But then you got Priti Patel, who is basically passing legislation so that she can hire our children to go and work in drug gangs on county lines. Yeah. Then you got Cressida Dick, who obviously just made the orders to make the arrests or make the response the way that it was yesterday. And you got these lot all together in a room talking about it. Please, come on. The only team that we valued here is having independent people that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, i.e., people from charity, refuge, like people that actually deal with domestic violence and women's violence and know what they're talking about and have experience in it, rather than people that are politicians that are just sat there and, frankly, after the last year, have no faith in any of this lot. And they're the ones that are sat around having have a nice little meeting about it. I think we've done enough to talk about this, frankly. And women, goddesses. Yes. Oh, can you feel that though? Feel that power. Get it. Yes. Don't be afraid. Box that shit up and throw it away. You are powerful creators. And right now is the time. Right now is the time to shine. I'm telling you. Come out. Report it. Don't be afraid about it. Just say it, say it, say it, say it. Tell. Yeah? You tell your stories. There is nothing to be afraid of. The more that we speak, the more that we speak out, the more that we get together, the more that we are conscious, the more that we know and refuse to accept this shit day after day after day. No. Know your power. Each and every one of us, and this is men as well. I'm not a man hater at all. I'm really not. But at the same time, you've got to understand, 1 in 3 women is abused. 97% of women on the planet are sexually harassed at some point in their life. I mean, these statistics speak for themselves. Like, women, goddesses, get your crowns, yeah? Put them right back on your head where they belong. Each and every one of us, every single person on the planet is a ball of untapped potential. Every single one of us has the ability to connect to the universe, to connect to the divine, to connect to each other. That is power. And there is nothing they can do about it. Not a thing. And we've already connected consciously, and now you're seeing the manifestations of that. You're seeing the change. You're seeing the people coming out. You're seeing the people in the positions of power coming out. Yeah. Believe. It's happening. And there's nothing they can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because we have already won. It's just a case of watching it unfold. Joy. Sheer joy. Listen, I love you, ladies and gentlemen. So, the other thing about the protesters, they were saying, the COVID, blah, blah, blah. There was no spike in any infections in any other protests as well. So they've even got evidence from previous protests that there was no spike in infections. So they've got absolutely no leg to stand on whatsoever to use that. And if they dare fucking try and blame it on the women, that's a fucking disgrace. And I'll tell you what, do you believe? Cressida Dick, do you believe in God? Because I'm pretty confident you don't. Because God is pissed. The creator, the universe is pissed. Pissed at how things are. How things have been for the last thousands of years. And now is the time. Just unfolding. And you can't believe, because if you did believe, and if you had any faith or belief whatsoever, you wouldn't have treated the women that way. You wouldn't have made orders that way. And that's just straight facts. And the other thing I'd like to say is good old John Dee of Queen Elizabeth I days, I have learned his magical ways. I have learned all of the skills that he had in order to create an empire for Queen Elizabeth I. I've got all the books, I've got all the spells. And all of my chakras, my head, heart, uterus, vagina, are all in alignment. I'm channeling. And it's the greatest thing, because all of the bad actors that there are, and all of the demonic, satanic, corrupt, lying people all over the world are just exposing themselves really badly right now. And because I'm like Sherlock Holmes here, like, who's Moriarty? Like this. And I am just bringing them out. And shit happens, doesn't it? So keep going, fat. It's a beautiful thing that's happening right now. I hope everyone's... Look, let me just tell you. Jess Phillips, Labour Party. She's hold on, let me finish my sentence. Jess Phillips from the Labour Party, she's got a list of amendments to the Domestic Abuse Act, which I'm going to include in a link. All of those should be included. And frankly, you know what makes me laugh? It's like, oh, we have to have a meeting. We have to have a meeting. It's like, hold up. Yeah. It's funny how you can change laws without any debate or checks and balances within a day when you want to, when it's something that benefits you and your donors in some way. But when it comes down to something like domestic abuse, suddenly the bureaucracy comes in. Oh, we have to bring out the inquiry again, bring out another meeting, just meetings after meetings. Stop already. You know the fucking problem. We've got the fucking solution. You could do it in a day. You can't even say to me you can't, because you've done it before. You've done it in the last 12 months. It's fine when you want to slip something by without the rest of the nation knowing. But luckily, I'm eagle-eyed. I'm watching you. Do you know what I mean? And the nation needs to realise as well, and the world, is that we have the power. Don't forget. Never forget. We have the power. We vote them in to make decisions that are best for us. And if they aren't making decisions that are in our best interest and are actually solely in their own best interest, then they aren't working for us. In no way are they working for us. They're working against us. Let's be real. And last time I checked, the population of the UK is 66.6 million, and the population of the government is 650. Just saying. But it's important to remember, we pay their salaries, we voted them in, we have the power. They are supposed to work for us, and they are not working for us. Well, some of them. So never forget it. We have the power. Don't ever forget it. They can chat shit as much as they want. Whoever. Oh, no. No, mate. There's more of us than you, yeah? There is so many more of us than you. And you're supposed to be working for us. And if you aren't doing the job that we are paying you for, then you're fired. Do you know what I'm saying? Get Lord Sugar on it. You're fired. Because frankly, everything takes too long. It's like we all know what we want, but they straight ignore that and just do whatever it is that they want to benefit themselves. So there's that. The next thing I was gonna say, Syria, I've got you. So this is another typical example here. Look, Syria's been at war for 10 years. 10. And we're moaning about not being allowed out, for one. Like, I think we need a reality check, don't we? 10 years they've been at war. I did not know this. 593,000 people have died. 113,000 of those are Syrian civilians. Who makes up the other 400,000? Just a side note. Tens of thousands of people have been detained, abused, sexually, physically, mentally. 13 million people have been displaced. Sorry. 6.6 million have fled the country. 6.7. Oh, yeah, so that's in the displaced. 6.7 have been displaced within Syria. And basically, as far as I can see, the president and his wife, Assad, and whatever her name is, yeah, they're basically guilty of war crimes because they're the ones that could, like, allegedly, they're the ones that are just doing this so they've got the power and the money, and they're guilty of war crimes. And now the International Court of Justice has got a hold of this, and they're going, oh, it's going to take us 2 years. That's 2 years too fucking long, is it not? These people have been at war for 10 years. Surely we can mobilise quicker than 2 years. It said they've got 50 odd that they've got thousands and thousands of eyewitness reports and evidence. So how can it take 2 years? Please, someone explain to me how it can take 2 years if you've got all the evidence and if you've got all the people of Syria. Listen, I'm going to put a link in to the International Court of Justice. Send them your statements. Send them everything. Send me your statements, send photos, send videos, send everything. Just flood them with your info. We can get this moving quicker. Yeah? Can. I'm telling you. An International Court of Justice. You can't use that as, oh, it's going to take... No. You know as well as I do it's corrupt. You know as well as I do it's wrong. You know as well as I do that they are guilty of war crimes. Bypass all of the bureaucracy in between and let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. There's no point. You already have the evidence. And people of Syria, flood them with your evidence. Journalists, I know you're in on this as well. I have to send out some big love to the journalists, I have to say, because they go and get these stories. They go to places that are scary. Have you ever watched Hot Spots? Hot Spots, it is, on Sky. And I mean, oh my God, a million other people, but that's just the one that springs to mind. They go to these scary places to get these stories, to try to break these stories, to get us to make a difference. So we have to pay attention. And also, I'm just going to give a big up. Obviously, big love to everybody. But do you know what? I have got so much respect. I mean, so much respect for everybody. And everyone's different. Everyone's unique. Everyone has power. Everyone has a unique ability. Everyone has a superpower. Straight facts. Straight facts. Straight facts. You just don't know yet if you haven't found it. But I'll tell you who deserve real respect. One of the many, many people, because I don't want anyone to feel left out. But it is engineers, programmers, coders, techies. Like, you've been giving me spare jokes today. Come out of the shadows, man. You guys are cool as fuck. So funny. And so intelligent. And you guys run this show. You know you do. You know you do. Everything is digital. Everything is digital. Everything is software. Everything is, technology. Everything is based on that. They don't get enough loving. They don't get enough respect at all. So big love to you guys, because you guys, your girls are cool. So yeah, I think my rant's done for today. Just let me just refer to my notes just to make sure. Oh no, hold on 1 second. They've paused the AstraZeneca vaccine in Northern Ireland because of blood clotting issues. But this was as a result of similar issues in Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, Austria, and Estonia, to name a few. Just saying. Remember, 95+% of people recover from COVID. And if you've got if you're suffering from long COVID, I shared yesterday a link to a study that has a cure, or at least a treatment that is very successful. So look at yesterday's video, it's in the links. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for today. Just really loving everybody, feeling awesome. The tables have turned, my friends. Soul fam. And I just want all the ladies just to know you're so beautiful, you're so strong, you're so worthy, you're so epic. You've got this. We've all got it. I just feel it's like magic. It's magic. So, love you.